During this short film, we will show you how LiveBank can help provide financial advisory support. A conversation with a bank advisor can be initiated from the main website of the bank, but the same can be accomplished using mobile banking or internet banking applications when the customer is already authenticated. Not only video, but also audio and text chat channels are available as well. The topic of the conversation can be chosen either manually by the customer or automatically based on the web page content. The platform has built-in interaction routing capabilities, so the customer can be directed to an appropriate relationship manager or a group of relationship managers. After checking the connection, the system routes the call to an appropriate group of advisors, and the customer waits for a relationship manager to pick up the video call. During that time, a bank advertisement can be presented, either video or a static image, and it can be easily configured by bank staff. In this case, the customer has requested a call from the main website of the bank in order to have a targeted offer prepared, so the relationship manager needs to authenticate the customer to get access to his portfolio. The relationship manager, or RM, triggers the authorization procedure and the customer is prompted to enter a login and password. Other authentication mechanisms available at banks, such as one-time text message passwords, voice biometrics, and others can be easily integrated and used with LiveBank. After a successful login, a message appears on the customer's screen in the text chat panel. This panel is always available throughout the video session to allow for exchange of additional information, such as links to documents, web pages, codes, files, and more, between the RM and the customer. In order to speed up a conversation, an RM can suggest to upgrade a connection to audio or video. The appropriate pop-up window will appear on the screen and the session will be upgraded only after the customer accepts it. The customer is asking for an investment proposal, so the RM is selecting and sharing an online assessment form. This exemplary form has 3 questions. Within the first, the customer specifies the amount of money he would like to invest. The second question is to understand investment objectives and risk tolerance. Question 3 is about a desired investment horizon. During the conversation, various graphical tools can be used to make the collaboration very efficient and seamless. The advisor can send along a link as well as provide the customer with electronic documents. Also, the customer can upload the requested documents via LiveBank. The platform also offers co-browsing capabilities. In case the customer needs assistance, the advisor may trigger a co-browsing session. After the customer accepts it, the advisor can see the customer web page and help accordingly. The customer can accept the advisor's ability to edit the shared web page. The customer is able to retrieve the advisor's ability to edit the shared web page as well as end the co-browsing session at any time. If the customer decides to close the session, the system will present an appropriate notification. After finishing the session, the customer can see a summary of the call, including the files and links that were exchanged during the call with the advisor. The customer can also fill out a short survey. The elements to be displayed on the call summary page can easily be changed by bank staff. 2 days later, the customer is willing to close the deal started via the LiveBank plugin, a free internet browser application. The customer would like to continue but is now using a tablet. The customer is connected to the same advisor who presents the transaction summary that was agreed upon during the previous session. The advisor recommended investments across 2 different funds, Fund X with exposure to developed market equities, and Fund Y with exposure to MSCI X Japan. As an example, in order to finalize the transaction, the advisor may ask the customer to sign a document. Instead of handing over a paper document to the bank, the customer signs a received document during the session and sends it back via LiveBank to the advisor, which speeds up the whole process. The advisor receives the document, opens it, and confirms to the customer that the purchase of the financial product can now be finalized because the information and required documents have been collected. The advisor can trigger the authorization of the transaction by opening a pop-up authorization panel and sending a text message code to the customer's cell phone. The code is entered by the customer in the text panel and is verified by back-end systems and confirmed by the advisor, and the sale of the financial product is finished. The customer ends the interaction and also fills out a short survey.